Welcome to Who Let the Dogs Out, the podcast designed to help you enjoy life with your best friend without all the frustrations. Join us each week as we help families across the country do just that. I'm your host, Corey, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Sally.
And what do we have for the people today, Miss Sally?
We have a Q&A again, and I've got 3 great questions. There's one about living out in the rural areas.
Do it again.
Rural. I was going to say countryside, but then the question wasn't, I live in the countryside. Rural areas.
Okay, keep going.
So that's one. Then there's another one about not having a fenced-in yard. And then one about playing with toys.
Okay, that's it. That's what we're talking about today, folks. Plus, we got some other good stuff for you.
Yep.
We got a trivia question, so I'm going to go ahead and give you all the trivia question. If you want to get the answer to the trivia question, stick with us to the end of the show. But here's the question. Which dog breed's sense of smell is so sensitive that it can detect 1 drop of blood in a volume of water equal to 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools?
Ooh.
Do you know?
No.
Very notorious for having a good nose. Okay, but we'll give you the answer and some facts on this breed towards the end of the show. So if you want to hear the answer, stick with us. For those of you that do not know us, my name's Corey. I'm the founder of Wonder Dog Training. We started the first day of 2018, and since then we've trained thousands of dogs and thousands of families across multiple cities and multiple states. And yeah, that's pretty much who I am. Do a little bit of everything around here. And you are?
I'm Sally. I'm administration. So I do all the calls and order inventory and pay the staff and lots of other things.
Podcast host extraordinaire.
Podcast, yeah. Bit of everything.
Bit of everything. Yep. A jack of all trades. Truly a master of none.
Just never been a dog trainer.
Yeah, you missed my little jab, but that's okay.
I was ignoring you.
While we're jabbing at Sally, I got a joke for everybody. How do you ruin a brand new wheelchair? Let Sally drive it a week.
That would be funny if it wasn't true.
I was about to say, don't act upset. Right before, I literally had to leave the room because she's laughing so hard. She's getting in her little parking space here and literally just ran to the desk.
Just kept on going.
It's like, Sally, what are you doing? You act like you don't drive this thing all day, all the time.
Well, I do drive it all day and all the time, but you should see the state of my house. I'm useless. But it's funny. There's never a dull moment.
Oh, God. Okay. Wait, we already did intro.
What do you mean, who?
Sorry. Okay. I'm just, okay. Yeah, formats on the show. We have 2 main formats. We've got Q&A. That's what we're doing today. And that's where you guys write in the questions. We give you the answers. If you want to write in a question, you can send it to
Sally at wonderdogtraining.com.
Or you can drop it in the comment section below. We've got a couple comments for you guys today. And then we've got Dog Talks. It's where we come on and talk about a topic related to dogs, dog ownership, dog training, things like that. So if you got a topic you want us to talk about as well and kind of break down in depth, you can send those topics into the same places. So that's pretty much that. I was going to say, if you guys like the show, we just ask that you all subscribe to the show.
Yeah.
Like the show, follow the show, share it with a friend. Definitely share it with a friend. That helps us boost it up in the algorithm. So anyways, all that being said, I guess I'll go to the comments first because we got a couple.
Yeah, that's good. Now let's
got
see
a couple.
what people had to say about it.
So this one was on a short that we did. This is not actually on one of our full episodes. This is on a short that we did, but I felt it was a good topic to discuss on the show.
Okay.
The Daily Basist says, this was a week ago, what if my dog is moving slightly from the place that I don't want her to move from? Is it okay to electrocute her?
No, they did not.
That's literally what the comment is. So short answer, no. So I would say one, I guess kind of breaking this down a little bit. One, teaching your dog to place is giving your dog a very specific place to go. Could be a bed, could be a dog cot, could be a corner of the couch or something like that. And it takes time to build up to the point where your dog can stay there long periods of time through lots of distractions and stuff like that. Like that's not something that you just start with. I was actually just making a video on this. We'll be putting out like a 2, 3, 4-part video on this, not on our socials, not too long. Sorry. But yeah, and I definitely think it's okay to use a remote collar for correcting your dog. Now, just to say, a remote collar correction should be a low level stim that teaches the dog, that gets the dog to respond, but it's not like overdo. Or overkill. Sorry, overdoing it is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So if you're using a remote collar, I'm assuming if you are using a remote collar, you know what you're doing. you have you've trained your dog on it, right? Things like that. I typically wouldn't start a dog on place and stay with a remote collar just because it's like not really super fun. I wouldn't say it's a supernatural thing for the dog to just do either. I start remote collars, making it fun first. We're going outside, we're on walks, we're doing fun stuff with the collar on first and foremost. But let's say that you've got all that out of the way. If your dog gets up from the place, you want to give your dog a correction on the collar to tell the dog, hey, no, please stay, put your paws back on the bed, something like that. But you do not want to electrocute your dog. And if you're using a good remote collar, like a Dogtra, Sport Dog, e-collar technology, something like that, I would actually say Dogtra and e-collar technology. Sport Dog is kind of like a middle of the road brand, but acceptable in my eyes. Anyways, all that being said, if you're using one of those, it shouldn't be like electrocuting your dog. It should just be a little tap, tingle on the collar, right? And if I always say, if like the collar's here, your dog should just twitch their head a little bit. Like that should be like a pretty good response to the stimulus of the collar. So no, you do not want to electrocute your dog if they move slightly from the place you don't want to move her from. I hope that answers your question.
I hope it answers your question as well.
Please don't electrocute your dog.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, next one, our guy Stafford out of Hawaii with Ollie commented. He's back. He skipped an episode, but he's back on this one. 2 days ago, Stafford writes, hey guys, is there such a thing as walking my dog too fast or too slow? Ollie and I do about an hour and a half of walking every day. Aside from doing other training, i.e. staying, come, leave it, fetch, when we get home, he's pooped. Thanks in advance. I'll say this. From my understanding, the average human walking pace, not mine, the average human walking pace is 2 miles an hour. Dogs naturally walk at 3 miles an hour or maybe a little faster, slightly faster. So I think if you're just going on a regular pace, you're already probably walking slower than what your dog would naturally walk. So we were asking the dog to walk slower for us. Now, is there such thing as walking your dog too fast or too slow? Overall, I'm going to go no, assuming you've got like a dog that can keep up with you. I mean, yeah, there might be walking too fast for a weenie dog or definitely a puppy for sure. If you got like a 3 or 4 month old puppy that, that's struggling to keep up with you because they're tired or they're hot or whatever it is, then yes, there is walking too fast. Walking too slow, probably not. We're fortunate enough to get to help out a lot of sweet little old ladies and old men and stuff like that who have, big dogs and hyper dogs and stuff like that. And we have to train them to walk at the pace of the owners, So I would say, generally speaking, my answer is going to be no. There's no walking too fast or too slow. Most humans walk at a pace that is already slower than the natural pace of the dog. So we're already asking them to walk slower than they would normally walk naturally. Unless you're me, I'm 6'5", and I walk at like casual for me is like a 20-minute mile pace, which is about as fast as dogs naturally walk. So that's it.
I can vouch for that.
No, and if we're talking about walking fast,
I'm not walking anywhere. Don't blame me.
Rolling fast.
I roll fast. Sully walks
back in the day,
very quickly.
Yeah, well, I was going to say back in the day, but way before Sully, when I was training Lenny, I'd have to. We've told the story on the podcast, but I'd have to go over to your house early in the morning because if you got MS, so if it gets too hot, and I was training your dog in the summertime, so if it gets too hot,
July.
Yes, I'd have to go out very early in the morning, and we'd have to beat the heat.
Yep.
Dude, this lady is freaking there's like a little dial on her old scooter that's like turtle on one side, rabbit on the other, would crank it up, just be hitting the gas. And this was back when I was not in shape either. I used to be a chunky boy, out of shape. And I mean, she's literally just freaking gassing the scooter and I'm walking as fast as I can. And we're going up and down hills. We're going miles.
We did a real good route though, didn't we? Up a hill, down a hill.
Yeah, it was a great workout.
Yeah.
Great workout.
Yeah.
But I'd be like,
and you were talking to me the whole way around.
At the end of the time, I'd be like Sully. Give me some water. Let me lay down on the kitchen floor for a little bit. I need to cool off.
I go fast in the wheelchair as well. Not as fast as a scooter though.
Well, anyways, guys, thanks for your comments. We really appreciate engaging with you guys.
Do.
Lots of fun. So if you want to engage with us, just drop a comment on the show. We really appreciate it. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button or follow button on whatever platform you're on. So that's it. Anything new in the Soulsters world?
He went out and did some filming with you. We call him Sully Potter instead of Harry Potter because he had his wizard hat on.
Yeah. Keep talking.
And he was so good. I heard Trainer Man say that Sully is very patient.
He is.
Because
we actually filmed in this room. We filmed right behind where the camera's at. But we were
flashing lights at him.
We were filming a Halloween ad. Yeah, so we had to get him to like lay down in the corner, and it's up against like a dark wall, and had flashing lights and stuff, so he looks real spooky and scary and stuff. Yeah,
It's on Facebook. You should go look. He is such a sweetheart.
Sully Potter.
Sully Potter.
But yeah, no, he did really great. He did really, really great.
No, nothing.
We
else?
signed him up I signed him up to come and talk to a group of kids with me. I'm going to some church in a couple weeks to go talk to kids about, I guess, dog training, dog safety, stuff like that. I sold a gentleman some training. He said he's looking for somebody that knows animals, or dogs specifically, to come and talk to a group of kids. And apparently it's like an organization like the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts or whatever. So I'm going to some church, and Sully's coming with me, and he's
He'll love that. He just loves the attention. He's a good boy.
Yep. Okay, keep talking. I got to write.
Okay, well, whilst he's doing that, I did some homework. Excuse the nasty piece of paper. But you know how we were talking about the very rich man who spent all those millions on that wolf and Caucasian shepherd? Well, I did some homework on him. So this gentleman
Let's give him a little bit more context. Last week, we answered a question, or she did World News on the show. It's the most expensive dog that's ever been sold. It was, I think, a catacomb shepherd or something.
It was a wolf and a Caucasian shepherd.
Yeah, Katakami or something like that. It was something like that. It was some crazy name. Anyways, it's the most expensive dog that's ever been sold. It was $5.7 million. And then apparently there's like 150 other rare breeds.
150 other rare. It goes for rare breeds.
So we were very interested in that and talked about that for a while on the show. So this is the follow-up to last week's episode. So if you want to hear us yap about it, go to last week's episode. Go to World News at the end.
So they didn't really go into a great detail about his other dogs, but I do have that he bought a Chow Chow, and it looks like a Quinling panda. And it's not a panda, it's like a gingery brown colour, this dog panda. $3 million he paid for this because of its colouring. But he employs 6 handlers to look after his dogs.
Seems like a low ratio. 6 people to 150 dogs. It seems like a
all
low
dogs
ratio.
Get fed raw food.
Because that's the best way to feed a dog. So
he's got 7 hectares, I don't know hectares, but of space for them to roam around. He does personal appearances with his dogs, and he charges anywhere from $2,600 to $10,000 for either a 30-minute to a 5-hour appearance. So he goes to film screenings, product promotions, religious functions, all to impress the rich and famous. But he did buy another Caucasian shepherd, and I think you pronounce it a Sathish.
I think he'd have to do 5,700 appearances at $10,000 to make his money back from the shepherd. I just did the math on
there
it.
You go. But each of his dogs has its own room, and it's a 20 by 20 room for each dog, kitted out.
Some rich people collect art, and some people collect dogs, apparently. So
I was like,
it's my type of rich fella right there.
I wonder if he'd like to adopt.
You know, it'd be crazy. I need to put this fella on the list for podcast guests to interview. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would
go
be
interview
cool.
him and talk to him about some of his dogs. That'd be cool.
Lives in India. But yeah.
That'd be a hell of a long distance to travel.
But can you imagine? These dogs are just living their best life, aren't
Sounds
they?
like it.
Absolutely.
Sounds like it. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
If we were cat trainers and we had a cat training business, like Wonder Cat, if we were gonna rename the show for cat stuff, do you think we would call it "Who Let the Cats Out" or "Who Let the Claws Out"?
Who let the claws out?
Yeah, very cat-like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Can I tell you my funny joke?
Oh yeah, hit it.
It's nothing to do with dogs, this joke, but it did enough make me chuckle. Why are graveyards... Oh, it's very Halloween-y as well. Why are graveyards so noisy?
I don't know.
Because of the coffin. Isn't that good? You can keep it, share it, tell your children, grandchildren. It's funny, isn't it? Why are you not laughing?
That was a good joke. Yeah, good. Funny. Haha.
I thought it was brilliant. Made me chuckle. Anyway, onwards. Are you ready for your questions?
Go.
Okay, here we go. So, this person says, me and my dog live in a rural area.
Repeat that.
Me and my dog live in a rural area. 5-month-old puppy, not socialized, but neighbors came over and he growled. How can I best socialize him?
5-month-old puppy, rural area.
Sorry, repeat that. What did you say?
Rural.
Rural.
I think if in the South, it'd probably be like rural. Yeah. You just kind of blend it all into one.
Okay.
Rural.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah. So what are you going to do about it?
Socializing a puppy in an area where there's not a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he lives by himself. I don't know. I mean, if you can convince the neighbors to keep coming over, I think that'd be a pretty good start.
The dog will stop growling at them at least.
Well, one of my favorite things to do is like whenever I'm meeting dogs for the first time, and you'd be surprised at like how many people in the dog industry don't just do this. But if I go to people's houses to do a transformation session, one of the first things I do is give the dog a snack. And the dog really likes me after that. I was at a dog's house the other day. It was crazy. The dog's kind of sniffing me in like a little standoffish or whatnot, and I'm talking to the owners while he's doing it. And then I literally just grab a snack, hand him a snack. The dog literally did like a 180 and was like, oh my God, this guy's the best guy ever. Hey, Mom, we've never had a guy show up with a bag of snacks before, and then they get so excited. So, I would say one of the best ones that you could do would just be, well, one, I imagine this is kind of if I was putting myself in these shoes, and I would also love to live in a rural area with a dog. So,
I bet you would.
So, if it was me, I would want my dog to let me know that there's people on the property for sure. I would want them to bark, let me know, hey, there's a human here, that we maybe the human's aware, maybe the human's not aware. But I would love my dog to let me know. So I imagine that this person probably wants to keep that, but then like wants the dog to be friendly whenever they see it's a friendly person, basically. So anyways, what I would do is I'd probably if I could continue to talk the neighbors into coming over, then I would if I could convince the neighbors to keep coming over, once every other day or something like that, just for a brief visit, I would have the neighbors keep coming over and give the dog snacks. Yeah. And then just hang out. And then talk more neighbors into coming over, and then get some family to come over. If you can talk some family into coming over, that'd be great. You could send the dog to a family member's house that is more in the city or something like that, and let them socialize your dog for a week or two, and just get, build up some positive experiences with people or whatever it is.
Take your dog into town. You've got to go grocery shopping somewhere.
Got to go grocery shopping.
Take your dog with you. Go meet people on the streets.
Yeah, slap a service dog vest on that baby and take him into the Kroger.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Don't do that. But I would say just find. I mean, if it's important to you, you'll find a way to do it. If it's not important to you, you'll probably keep dealing with it. But overall, I'd say just get the neighbor to come over, give the dog some snacks, let the dog bark a little bit, and then once the dog, and then eventually kind of layer in that. I wouldn't do it just yet, but eventually layer in some corrections to say, all right, knock off the barking, eventually, if it became problematic or something like that. But overall, I'd probably want the dog to bark and let me know there's people there, but then also stop when I say stop, so, just make meeting people positive experience overall.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's it.
Okay. Well, this is, no, it's not similar. I was going to say it's a similar question, but it's not. Okay, so this person says, I don't have a fenced-in yard, so how can I stop my dog from going off our property?
Yeah, I'm typing something in. Why don't you give me what you think would be best first?
Okay, so they need to know where the boundary is, don't they, on the property? So would we take them close to the edge of wherever their property line is, and if the dog was to try and step out over it, you do a correction on the leash. You could also use a remote collar, I suppose. So if you see your dog going to the edge and they're about to take that step, little tap, call them back.
Yeah.
or call them back. And if they don't, you tap and then call them back. You're looking very puzzled over there.
Sorry, I have a Halloween dog joke, but I was trying to remember the punchline of it.
Oh, okay.
So I was looking it up.
Okay. So was I right? Can you do it that way?
I mean, the gist of it, yeah. I mean, so one, if I meet somebody that doesn't have a fence, I pretty much always sell them off-leash training just because you don't have a fence. You don't want to take your dog out on a leash all the time. It's very annoying. If it's raining, whatever it is, like you just want to be able to let your dog out for a potty, call him back in, boom, you're done. Cold, hot, things like that. So I think you need to off-leash train your dog. Where I'd start, I mean, well, assuming the dog's of age, I would start with, using a remote collar and teaching the dog to recall, using a remote collar. Because then from later on, I can use a remote collar to teach the dog the boundary of the yard or whatnot. I mean, I guess you could show the dog the boundary of the yard on a leash or whatever. I just don't think it'll mean too much. So what I would probably do to start is I would probably start with... using a long leash and a remote collar, teaching the dog to recall to me first and foremost, then go to phase 2, let the dog, off leash, but drag a short leash around. Then I'd go off leash and I'd just work on recall first and foremost. And then I'd probably get some flags and maybe like flag the edge of the, where the boundary would be, quote unquote. And then I'd teach the dog to recall away from there. I'd probably give the dog I'd probably let the dog explore a little bit, kind of cross the line and give him some taps to actually get him back across the line back to me and kind of the, green zone, so to speak. And I just work on that over and over, and I'd supervise the dog a lot until I felt comfortable that the dog's going to stay in the fence line. Another thing you do too is just get an invisible fence.
That's one thing. What about?
And we have a great local invisible fence dealer.
Sit and stay. So I know this uses for going out potting and whatever, but also if you're out there.
Yeah, that's another one I'll do too. A lot of times when I'm teaching dogs, just like don't go in the street without permission, whatever it is. I'll teach the dog, hey, there's a line at the curb or the fence or wherever it is. I'll teach the dog there's a line, make the dog stay on the green line, the green zone, right, like behind the line, so to speak. I do think it's very helpful to have the dog have a distinct line of where to be and where not to be. So I think flags are good for this. Like the Invisible Fence Company here in town, they use flags. I'm sure they all do, but they use flags so the dog knows where to be, right? And then eventually they take up like half of the flags, and then another half of the flags, so they're left, and then eventually there's no flags, of course, but the dog knows where the line is at that point. But I'll make the dog stay on the other side of the line, and then I'll walk across the line with the owners or whatnot. The dog has to stay on their side. We're on the other side, and the dog has to realize, like, hey, I'm not allowed across this line until I hear a password, basically, or something like that. So, I think that could be helpful, too.
Awesome.
Good catch.
Okay, and then this one's about playing with toys. My dog kind of plays with toys, but how can I get her to play with them more often?
Repeat that.
My dog kinda plays with toys, but how can I get her to play with them more often? Or play with them more?
One, I think it's cool that your dog plays with toys, period. But if you wanted your dog to play with toys more often, a lot of times you'll see this with like dogs that play fetch and then they'll go get it a couple times and then they just kind of stop or whatnot. I think this goes back to just dogs having, like, they've got it a little too good, back whenever I used to like be more into like the working dog side of training Mia or whatever, she wasn't allowed to have toys unless me and her were playing with a toy. So like she only got to play with toys if we were playing with toys together. And so I think that might be one where it's like you kind of limit access to the toys, or maybe if you want it to just be in the backyard, like you have like a special toy for just in the backyard or something like that, that like the dog really likes, and it only comes out whenever you're back there and you want to play fetch or tug or whatever with the dog. You could limit the toys inside too, to just like times that you want to play or whatnot, and give your dog toys at certain times and not other times and stuff like that. But basically the big idea here is that you just want to make toys, like playing with toys, a privilege. Like, hey, when I do this, I'm playing with mom or dad or whoever it is, and I'm getting to play when the toys are out. But toys aren't always out. So whenever they're out, I might as well make the most of it, right? And like be really engaged. I think another thing here too is that you want to stop when like the fun is like peak fun. So like when the dog's having the most fun, you want to stop then and make sure that, you want to stop when the dog's having the most fun, and where the dog's like, oh my God, that was so fun. Why did we stop? I want to keep doing more of that. So that the next time that you bring the toy out, they're like really excited or whatnot. You want to kind of build that excitement and stuff. one that I think of that this makes me think of is we had these 2 golden retrievers. They were siblings. They were really fun to train. Great family too. And anyways, whenever they were in the backyard, the owner would bring out the flirt pole and play. But it was only, whenever the owner was out there playing with them or whatnot. And like whenever she put it up, they'd be like, oh my God, why did you stop? That was the best thing ever, And they had plenty of toys in the house, but this one was like really special because they really liked it. It was engaging. They're engaging with the human. They're having a ton of fun. They're playing together. And then literally whenever she'd go put it in the house, they'd like literally go in the house and like try to find where she hid it. It was really fun. So I'd say something like that though is overall just limit access to the toys. Make sure the toy that you are using when you're playing is like one of your dog's favorite toys, and then stop whenever it's a ton of fun. Like your dog's having like the peak amount of fun. Stop then.
Cool. Sully has got way too many toys, and they're just scattered all over the floor because he plays with them and drops them, and then he'll play with something else and drop that. But his favourite thing is carrying pebbles around.
Yeah.
They're his treasure.
I don't know what it is with golden retrievers.
Yeah, he'll go find them. He'll go dig them up and bring them in. And you can see them sticking out of his mouth. But he won't come near me because he knows I'm going to take it away. Too cute.
I found the joke.
Oh, here we go.
Halloween themed.
Halloweeny.
Okay, here we go. I got bit by a wolf and I went to the ER. I told the nurse I was bitten by a wolf. The nurse said, where? I said, no, just a regular one.
Oh, dear.
Stupid.
Don't give up your day job.
Okay, don't be rude. Don't be rude.
That was good. That was a good one.
Yeah, I've been trying to find it because I couldn't remember the punchline. But yeah. So, anyways, got it back.
Got it back.
I gotta go tell the team up front that.
Oh, they're gonna love it.
They are gonna love it.
They'll all roll their eyes.
You got anything else?
No, I don't. We've got something very exciting happening in Memphis in just over a week, on the 25th. We, at our games, are doing Halloween costumes.
Halloween costume
Doggy
contest.
costumes.
Gonna be so fun. So fun.
We've got some good games to play as well. It's gonna be a party.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. What did you dress Ollie up as last year? I think it was a pig, right?
A pig.
That's good, yeah.
It's not going to be a pig this year.
What's he going to be?
I don't know. I don't know whether to put him in his...
Well, he ripped his costume that we did for the...
Yeah. He looks so cute in that. I don't know what to put him. I ought to put him in a Sully the Monster suit.
That'd be cute.
Because that's who he is. So, yeah.
That'd be good. Okay, well, trivia answer of the week.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
I don't want to give you multiple choice because it's going to be so obvious, but the question is, what dog breed's sense of smell is so sensitive that it can detect 1 drop of blood in a volume of water equal to 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools?
Would it be a bloodhound?
Come on. Come on.
Was it really?
Yes.
Well, the answer's in the question, isn't it?
This lady knows her dog breeds.
I didn't do very well last time, though.
I got one for you. We'll do a quick little breed quiz in a minute. But yes, answer bloodhound. Their noses contain about 300 million scent receptors. I don't even know how you would figure that out science-wise. How do you even count that or know that? But anyways, compared to a human's 5 to 6 million. And their brain scent analysis region is 40 times larger than ours, giving them the tracking ability that's unmatched even by most machines. I will say, back when I was doing search and rescue with Mia, there were a couple bloodhounds on the team, and it is incredible watching those dogs. I mean, it's really something special. Like, it's incredible watching these dogs. Like, you give them a little whiff of something, they go, and then they're just off. It, dude. They're ready. They're going.
Now, you told us that there's 2 different types of sniffers, didn't you? Is it like air sniff? And there's another one. So do bloodhounds sniff the air and track that way?
Yeah. Wait, what?
You weren't listening to me,
No, I wasn't listening.
You?
I was looking for something. I was looking
this
for the
happens
next.
So
I was looking for
often.
the next breed quiz to ask you some breed quiz questions.
I sit opposite you sometimes, and I'm talking away about.
I know. I've literally got
things,
headphones on that can
and then
only
he'll go,
hear your voice.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, sorry. got a lot on my mind.
So, question. Bloodhounds.
Okay.
Do they sniff air? But you said that there was two different
there's
ways they can do
tracking
it.
and trailing dogs that sniff the ground, and then
Like,
there's
that's-
that's working like downwind, and then with the wind. Air scent dogs are into the wind, and their noses are up in the air.
And a bloodhound is nose up.
No, down.
They're down.
I mean, I'm sure there are some that are up in the air.
Okay.
I've only seen trailing ones, trailing and tracking, which is like nose down to the ground,
Okay.
sniffing where the person actually stepped. Air scent dogs sniff into the wind, and they have more of like a cone until they zone in on the person or whatever they're looking for. Okay, quick.
That's fascinating stuff.
We're going to do a speed quiz for Sally because she's been doing so good at her
for
breeds.
goodness sake.
Oh my
Here we
goodness.
go.
I was playing this game with a friend the other day. So like these like dog quiz questions or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And she was asking me some. I was nailing it, of course, because I know all the dog breeds. And then she's
Master
like,
trainer.
harder quiz. And then it gets into like breeds that I'm like, I've never even heard of these. Like, how would I answer this? These are like, I'm like, yeah, there's specialty breeds all around the world that, I mean, like,
Yeah,
example of the
absolutely.
ones
We
that
know,
we've just been
don't we?
talking about. I'm like, yeah, there's some that I don't know. But like all the normal ones, yeah, I know those. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this tiny, long-bodied dog was bred to hunt badgers.
Wiener dog.
Yes. Now, this is actually really funny because, like, I said dachshund, and she said dachshund, and I was like, and she
Yeah,
was like,
just
no.
get pronounced differently.
She's like, no, you got the answer wrong, and I'm like, no, I didn't. It's dachshund. And I'm
Dachshund.
like, and if you pronounce
'Cause
it
it's
German,
German.
it's Dachshund.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, and it's like argued that I got the answer wrong. I'm like, no, is it spelled Dachshund? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, that's it. That's a weenie dog. That's what they were bred to do. So, okay.
Yeah, okay. One.
Known for its black-blue tongue, this ancient breed originated in China.
Oh, I can't.
I can give you hints if you need some hints.
Is that a chow chow? I was thinking of other China, and then I was like, what are you doing? I only know chow chow.
Okay, here we go. Question
Okay.
number 3. She's 2 for 2, folks.
Okay, here we
This
go.
breed was developed to retrieve waterfowl in Newfoundland and loves to swim.
Is the answer in the question? It's a Newfoundland. Jeez, dude. They're good swimmers, though.
I mean, these are way too easy. Which breed became famous for its spotted coat in the Disney movie 101 Dalmatians?
Oh, again. The answer is in the question.
It's actually
Ooh,
the German short-haired pointer.
It's not. It's a Dalmatian.
Come on, 4 for 4. All right. Now, this one, I did not actually get this one, and you will probably need a multiple choice for this.
Okay.
But once you get the multiple choice, you'll probably get it.
Okay.
This elegant breed was once known as the royal dog of Egypt. Yeah. You go from 101 Dalmatians to like, what the hell
So
is
what
this?
the heck?
All right, here we go.
What is it? Long-haired.
I don't know. A. Saluki. B. Pharaoh hound. C. Afghan hound. D.
Afghan
Basenji.
hound.
No. D. Basenji.
Basenji.
Okay, no. So we're left with
Now we've got-
Saluki and Pharaoh hound.
Pharaoh hound.
Well, yeah, it's Pharaoh,
Yeah, it's
the
in
kings of Egypt.
See the answers in the question. See, I just didn't pick up.
Hey,
on
4
it.
for 5, folks. She's doing pretty good
Yeah.
here. Doing pretty good. Should we do another one or end it, or wrap it up?
Whatever. It's up to you, boss.
Do you want to test your luck?
What, you're going to ask one more question?
All right. This curly-coated water retriever from Portugal was once used to herd fish into nets.
This curly-haired...
Curly-coated water retriever from Portugal was once used to herd fish into nets. Fun
That's-
fact, Barack Obama had this
As
dog.
was just going to say, the Obamas had one, didn't they?
Yeah.
But I can't tell you what. It's
Portuguese
Portuguese water dog.
There it is. There it is.
They are
Okay.
really cute.
All right, here we go. This
Mm-hmm.
Italian truffle hunting breed has a dense curly coat and loves to dig. I'm going to have to give you some names because I actually didn't know this one either. So,
Italian truffle
hunting breed.
truffle hunting breed.
Dense curly coat and loves to dig. Is it either A, a Bracco Italiano, B, a Spinone Italiano, C, Legato?
got no blooming clue.
Legato Romalaga. No, I don't even know how to say that. That's the answer.
That's the answer.
Okay, these two you actually have a
I
chance at,
thought
though.
pigs hunted truffles.
Yeah, this one you actually have a chance at, though. Okay. This working breed from Japan is known for its loyalty and famously inspired from the movie Hachi, A Dog's Tale. I'm going to give you a couple of choices.
You better, because I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
A, Shiba Inu. D, Akita.
Akita.
There it is. There it is.
Oops.
Phone a friend mode. Phone a friend mode.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is good. Okay. This herding breed from Belgium is known for its smart and commonly used as police and military dogs.
Malinois.
There it is. Good job.
Malinois.
Good job. You did so good.
There we go.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it. So we went over trivia,
yeah.
all the stuff. Okay, well, folks, I think that's pretty much it for today. If you guys like the show, once again, subscribe to the show if you're not already subscribed. That really helps me and Sally out, boosts us up in the algorithm. Have you got any value out of today's questions? You thought Sally's jokes and or my jokes were funny? Feel free to share the show with a friend, family member, colleague. That's kind of our simple request here. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Like it, comment,
subscribe,
everything.
Yup.
Do everything. It's free.
It's
Just
free.
do it.
Free, but helps a friend. Anyways, guys, remember, you can get your dog trained, and that can buy you some peace, but the only way to true peace is with Christ Jesus. So thank you so much, and we will see y'all in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.